Hey folks, welcome back to another day. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Dee, your friendly neighborhood millennial, and I make lifestyle content that chronicles my everyday, boring, and sometimes chaotic life. And if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen what I'm about, you like what I'm about, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. We've got a critique. You good? That's it. Bye-bye. If you hear tippy tapping, it's clearly my little boy. Let's get on to the reason for the title of this video. The Mexican Brawl. Okay. So if you saw Adrian and Assad's video, then you'd kind of know what I'm about to talk about. So a couple of us, well, quite a large group of us went to Don Pablos, which is a really good Mexican food restaurant that we have found here so far. How can I talk about this? So there were a bunch of us that were there, right? We were having a good old time, eating good food, good company. I would say good drinks if the drinks were good, but I'm the one that probably had the most to drink, and the drinks were not good at all. So, and I don't really drink a lot of alcohol, or at least cocktails. I'm kind of a just strictly dickly red wine girl, okay? When you go to a Mexican restaurant or something like that, you drink, margaritas and mojitos and all those other things, right? So I had a couple of drinks, not too much. So I'm sitting there hanging out with our friends, and we're talking, and it's just a really great time, right? Just a good time to be social. So we're there for a couple of hours. All of a sudden, so at this place, people be getting lit, okay? There are people that literally will get a bucket of beers that has, I don't know, somewhere between 4 to 6 beers in it, and we'll just sit there and just drink. Sometimes they'll have food, sometimes they won't, but it's almost as if they just go to the restaurant just to get some beer and just to kind of veg, I guess. Cool, whatever, do your thing, boo. Of course, when you have that type of libation going on, people are going to be drunk and everything. Not belligerent, but they're going to be drunk, right? Maybe at worst, happy drunk, right? And maybe a little bit loud. So throughout the night, there were a couple of guys that were kind of drunk, just kind of passing through. There was one guy, guys, he was just a swaying. And when I saw him swaying, he was actually on his way out. And I was like, I hope he gets home safe, because he's swaying like a damn Titanic, okay? About to go down. I see him, whatever. So again, still having a good time, whatever. So at this point of the night, we're basically done. We're all waiting for our bills so we can pay and go on our merry ways. So then my friends and I noticed that there was a guy that was just standing opposite of us, and I mean staring hard, okay? Staring hard, like he was in Machu Picchu and was seeing one of the 7 wonders of the world kind of thing, okay? I don't even know if there's a 7 wonder of the world at Machu Picchu, but you know what I mean. He was staring really hard at me and my friends. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, like, we cute girls and everything, and I think maybe because of some of my friends' skin tones, they may present a certain way, and I'm not sure. I have no idea. I'm just kind of assuming here. So this man is staring real hard, and you can totally tell that he's drunk and everything. So then all of a sudden, he pulls out his phone. It looks like he's recording us. And when someone goes like, when someone is recording you just by the positioning of their phone, right? So we're sitting there, just talking and stuff, and obviously we notice this guy because it's very clear that this man is just staring in our eyeballs, into our souls, right? So then when he pulls his phone out, it's like his phone is kind of like this, so we automatically are thinking, you're recording us. My friend and I are just like, is he taking photos of us, or is he taking videos of us, and all that kind of stuff, right? One of the gentlemen at the table asks him if he's okay, and of course the man is drunk, so senses are not there. The gentleman asks him if he's okay, and a couple of times, mind you, he's just like, the reason why the gentleman even spoke up is because he noticed how uncomfortable we were and was just trying to divert the man's attention. He wasn't aggressive in any way. Neither was a drunk guy at this point. It was just like a drunk guy, another gentleman who was just noticing the situation and was like, let me try to divert this guy's attention so he can be on his merry way. Like, a couple of the guys are trying to like put themselves in between this guy and basically us, just to, again, divert his attention. No one's being aggressive, no one's like throwing hands or anything like that, really just trying to get this drunk guy to be on his merry way, right? So the gentleman that had asked him if he was okay a couple of times The guy responded and said, be a man, which, mind you, in that situation, that statement did not make any sense whatsoever. So everybody's just confused. And so when a drunk man says be a man, that's just talk for I want to fight. And I think he was like assessing the guys around the table. I was just like, yeah, I can take you, I can take you, I can take you. But when you're drunk, you think you Hercules, you think you the Hulk. So you feel like you can pound and smash everybody, right? He says, be a man, be a man. Next thing I know, he puts a finger in the gentleman's face that asked him if he was okay. And this drunk man had said, I will kill you. All of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. And one of the other guys that had gotten up to divert his attention, it was like at one moment he is talking to the guy, and the guy's like posted up on the wall a little bit, and he's talking to the guy again, trying to divert his attention. And next thing I know, literally within 2 seconds, man was getting choked the hell out. Okay, so just chaos ensues, and so everyone is just like people are trying to pull other people off, and it's getting really hot up in there, right? And this drunk guy is like saying like, I will kill you, says the N-word, I will kill you. And mind you, this man is a colored man, okay? And was just like real bold in his speech. And I'm just thinking to myself, this man has no idea of the people that are at this table right now, okay? Like has no idea of their career backgrounds or work backgrounds or whatever. This man has absolutely no idea who he's dealing with. He could be put in the ground within 2 seconds and not know what hit him, okay? Everybody is just sitting there, just trying to get out the restaurant and trying to get out or whatever. And then as on our way out, there was some other gentlemen that were trying to kick up against our group. And we're just like, what's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? And we're just like, this does not concern you. Unless you're friends with this dude, this does not concern you. And even then, you didn't say anything to us. So there's no reason for you to even be aggressive. But again, people are drunk. But it was just in pure chaos, right? As Assad would have said in his video, he was nowhere to be found. And I think that was just God protecting him, and even possibly protecting this dude, this drunk man, from really getting put into the ground, because he was just so aggressive so quick. Because it was just like the guys were just like, we're just going to try to divert your attention. Like, no one at our table is drunk. Even I had only 2 drinks or something. Ain't nobody at that table was even close to being drunk. So we're all within our right minds and everything. So we're not looking for aggression. We're not looking for a fight or anything, because we're just literally sitting at the table with a bunch of our friends, having a good time, eating some good food and just fellowshipping like we do. Guys, it was the most insane thing that I have experienced in a very long time. Adrian and Assad were just so funny, because it was like Assad is just completely clueless, right? Because he wasn't there. And Adrian was there, but she was also confused, because she was just like, what the heck is going on? And she was just like, this guy is super drunk. You could just tell before anything even happened that the man was drunk. That was crazy. That was absolutely freaking crazy. And it was funny because I was reading the comments on Adrian and Assad's video, and I was just like, when people were like, oh yeah, I heard of the South, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I wonder what area they're speaking of, because where Don Pablos is not the hood, at all. It was just really funny. I mean, it's in a freaking shopping center, for goodness sake. Yeah, it was just really funny to read some comments and stuff, because they made it seem like it was the south side of Chicago. I had to give my rendition of the Brawl. Folks, welcome back to the vlog. As you can see, I'm in the lounge. If you see these curtains, you know that I'm in the lounge. But the thing is, it is nighttime here and the lights are on. I don't think, let me put this down. Y'all know I'm weak. I don't think we've been in the lounge together at night. The lights are on. Y'all know lots of issues, including electrics in this house. Most of the time we are in the dark. Downstairs, the house is basically in the dark, okay? Because of structural issues that have affected the electricals, right? The whole house needs to be completely rewired. So the lights in here in a lot of the hallways, most of the rooms downstairs, and certain rooms up here have not had lights. So we've just been in the dark. Once the sun goes down, it gets really dark in here. Yesterday, my boo was flipping switches and stuff. First, I saw all the lights in the bathroom go out, because I was actually in the middle of showering when the lights went out. When I got out, I had seen my boo, and I was like, hey, did the lights go off? And he's like, yeah, that was me. I was just kind of flipping some switches and stuff. And I said, oh, did you turn on the lights in the laundry room? And he said, no. And I said, well, the lights are on. So the lights in the scullery, the laundry room, and the kitchen are back on. And you guys know, I told you guys a few months back that the only lights that were working in the kitchen, or even just in that area back there, was the hood light. That was the only light source. But now the other light sources are working, so that's good. But we've been selling our light fixtures because they just aren't matching with our styles. So switches for the light fixtures work, but there's no light source because there's nothing hooked up there. I'm like, okay, this is good. Obviously you can see that the lounge lights are on, which is great because I only have the one light in here and it's not enough to light up the entire room. Something else happened, and then the hallway lights up here were on, which they haven't been on in forever and a day. I was like, hey babe, did you turn on the hallway lights? And he's like, no. I was like, well, they're on. And he was like, oh, okay. So then I was just going around and turning off the lights. Then I noticed that the light in here was on, and I was like, oh, bet, that's great. Once we kind of rejig the internet situation and stuff, because I'm kind of working downstairs more, then I'll be able to be back in my office and be in my space for work and everything. So you guys already know about the Mexican Brawl. I'm not going to go into detail about that. So that was Friday, and then yesterday, my boo and I went shopping. After we kind of did our little bit of shopping, we met up with some of our friends for lunch. To the house and chilled out for the night. Then today it was a full day as well, which is why my throat is dry and I feel a little bit tired, or look a little bit tired. We went to Four Ways. We had some lunch with our friends, hung out for a couple of hours there. Anytime we go to Four Ways, we always have another event to go to, like after that. So then it was Sbuda's. He was just performing at La Parada in Danefern. So we rode over there from Four Ways to support him, of course. So that's kind of like a semi recap of this weekend. I'll put in footage from that because it's like you gotta have your audio on so you can hear the music and everything, right? And then we came back to the house. I took the dog out and he's chilling with my boo right now. I'm about to go shower, down for the night. But anyways, that's a good place to stop. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.
It's Toshi, produced by my producer King Kazi. Toshi had a cut with Black Coffee that did like 4.6 million views. It was a big time. And I forgot the song that she made, but you guys know, it was huge in South Africa. And I made a track with her, and I hope you guys like it. And we're gonna start the show. Appreciate you.